Yo, what's up, Dad Lab? Tommy here. Just coming back with a little special episode here. I got my brother Carlos, aka DJ Plastic, in the
Thank you for
house.
having me. What up,
What up, what up,
Dad?
what up, what up?
Dad Lab podcast. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me,
Yeah.
Tommy.
No, dude, I appreciate you coming in and hanging out in the studio. A little chilly, but we're going to have some fun, talk about some dad stuff, talk a little bit about what it's like to be a dad for you. You know what I mean? Tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Tell how old you are, then tell what you do for work, because a lot of dads work.
Yeah, of course, man. So yeah, once again, thanks for having me, Tommy. I'm 42 years old. Lucky to be a dad of two beautiful children. I have a daughter, Naya, by the 7 years old, and my son Lucas is 3. So yeah, man, it's been an amazing experience being a father so far. So learning every day.
Right?
It doesn't come with a manual,
No, no, it's just like you
but
stumble and fall and get back up.
but no, man, it's one of the greatest blessings of my life, man, being a dad. So happy to be here and share my dad experiences with you guys.
Totally, totally. So, you work full time now. So,
Yeah. So yeah, I've been working at the same company for about 21 years now. I work for a flower nursery farm. So we grow flowers and distribute them all over the country. So I've been doing that for a while. So yeah, man.
that's why my sister always has good flowers at the house. Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. They keep the house looking good, man, and always cheering people up, man. Can never go bad with flowers, man.
Nice. So I know you work crazy hours, right? Like the flower industry, you got to get there early, get the early pick in before everybody else comes and just jacks all the good flowers, right?
Well, yeah, well, where I'm at, yeah, it's pretty much the graveyard shift. I'm in downtown LA, so everything operates really early in the morning there. Yeah, I start sometimes 3 in the morning. Yes, vendors come pick up early, and then from once they pick up from us, they go to their shops and do their thing. So yeah, we get an early start, but yeah, it's
Busy, busy,
yeah.
busy, busy. And then as soon as you get back home, I always say second shift starts.
Oh,
That's when dad life starts, right?
yeah. No days off right there, man. You get the kids waiting for you when you get home, and or pick them up from school. So yeah, but I have an amazing partner. Your sister, she helps me out
Shout out.
amazingly. Shout out to her. She's amazing with the kids. She's got my back. When it comes to
Yeah, yeah. Every dad needs a good
that.
mom. I'll tell you that. Um, okay, so tell us a little bit about some of the, maybe you can think back about to a good memory of, I won't make it hard. It can be each kid or a good dad memory that
No, yeah,
pops into
yeah.
mind, you know?
Well, obviously, first just becoming a dad, man, the
Yeah.
whole experience, that's a game changer. And, just seeing, the firstborn being born, I'll never forget that experience that night. So, that's definitely up there. And then, there's so many, man, like obviously, man, there's like different stages
Yeah.
as they're growing when they're little, and they're growing so quick. There's great memories being had all the time. So,
And now you're a girl dad as well as having a son. And
yeah, yeah.
I have a daughter too, but mine's a lot older. So I've been through the bumps of a girl dad. Tell me one of the positives and maybe one of the negatives you might think of being a girl dad without,
Oh, yeah,
everything's
no,
positive though, right? But yeah.
well, obviously, this that father daughter relationship is
Mm.
very special. It's a lot of comes with a lot of responsibility, I feel like, but it's great to have and be there for her, and she looks up to you, and then I don't know, just like then you got to do all the girl stuff, man, the makeups, the dolls, all that.
Did
So
she paint your nails yet?
oh yeah, man, we do we,
Ah.
we do all that baking,
What color
so.
are your toenails right now?
I'll let you check them out
Oh,
later,
the
man.
French, the white tips.
You got to tune in for the next episode and find out.
He got gel on his toe, gel finish.
Yeah, we do all that, man. Crafts,
Yeah.
scrapbooking. So,
Do you take your daughter out on daddy daughter dates?
yeah, we've gone to the movies. We've gone
Nice.
to, just lunch.
Mhm.
So yeah, just experience we share together. Always good times. So
I always feel like it's important for fathers of daughters to take their daughters out on dates so they know what to expect when they get to that age of never dating, but well, probably what you want to say 18, but as soon as they get into high school or middle school, you're like, whoa, what are you talking about boys for? But you wanted to show them like, hey, this is how you should be treated.
Absolutely, man. I mean, that's part of your responsibility as a dad. You know, is to set that example, and
Hmm.
you know that they're gonna see firsthand. You know how you are. So
Hmm.
definitely, man.
So not only does Carlos do his work in the day, and then does some dad stuff when he comes home. But then also this guy, I don't know if you've ever heard this guy DJ. Ooh, this guy gets
Uh,
down. Tell me what started you DJing? Like when the love, the passion first hit you.
well, no, no, thank you, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, no, just a hobby that started when I was a teenager. You know, my older cousins DJ'd, and you know, when you're a kid and you see your older cousins doing stuff,
Hmm.
you want to, join in on the fun.
Oh
So that's
yeah,
how it started. Just back as a teenager, wanting to be like them, and then yeah, just slowly, for one thing, get your got my turntables, and got my first record. Next thing you know, I got a garage full of them now,
yeah.
and many years later, still doing it. But yeah, just the music, man, enjoying the music. And
Music's good therapy, man.
absolutely, man,
Mhm.
absolutely. So yeah, dude,
Nice. How much did you get paid for your first gig? Your very first gig,
nothing,
and you're
man.
like, oh, you did it for free.
I volunteered, man. You got yeah, those
Oh,
first ones are like
that's
it's just to get out there. And
that's the family's parties.
oh, of course, man. Like,
A
oh,
lot of.
Carlos DJ is telling him to bring his stuff. And but honestly, man, like with those are some of your best experiences.
Yeah,
You learn trial and error, and
yeah,
that's every DJ's got to go through those events like that, man, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, totally. And it's got to be hard. And I mean, think I like DJing because I know when you're gone from kids in the day when you're at work, you think about them a lot, what they're doing, and then like at least at night when you're DJing, you put them to bed, and you're like, okay, I know they're safe, and then you can go do your thing, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, there's a fine balance, man.
Yeah,
There's only so many hours in a week, and you want to spend time with them as much as you can. But yeah, man, luckily most of the gigs are later in the night, and you
yeah.
put them to bed before then.
Well, I'll tell you, your daughter is something special. Oh man,
Thank
she's
you, man.
she's she's a princess for sure. I love her to death. Now, now you have a son. All right. So now tell me how you felt when your baby boy was coming along.
Well, I guess like any father, super happy to have a son, super proud, to be have my a baby boy. It's something you always dream of as a man. So yeah, happy to have him. He's 3 years old, and yeah, we love him to death.
He's already 3.
Yeah, three, man. He'll be
Dang,
4 in a few months. So
dang. It goes fast. Um,
absolutely.
and then finally now you're like, hey, I got a boy, I got a girl. We're done.
Yeah, yeah, we were blessed, man. Some people I know have like
Yeah,
6 girls.
shoot again, miss. Shoot again, miss. Oh
We've been blessed
man.
with one and one, man. So
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so now tell me a little bit about your boy.
so Lucas, yeah, man, amazing young man. We love him to death. He has been diagnosed with ASD, which is autism spectrum disorder.
Mhm.
Um, just recently, so he's had some issues with like his speech and stuff. So we've taken him, to the right help that he needs, and
Mhm.
he's been getting the right support. And it's good to see him, getting the right help that he needs. But yeah, that's his situation at the moment. So
How that make you feel, man? Like, blessed to have your son and stuff like that, but like as a personal side, you're just like the like you come up with any like rants in your brain like, oh, why? Like any anger about any of that?
well, I think it's only like natural to think, you might have done something wrong or
Mhm,
something.
mhm.
But I mean, it's something that is out of your control. And
Right.
I just look at it that I want to be there to support him as much as I can, and
Yeah.
give him all the right resources and help that he needs. And luckily we've been able to get him help at an early age, which is the best possible route for him. And I've really been happy with his progress in the short amount of time that he's been with his therapist and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's good to see that he's really starting to emerge and
Awesome.
doing really well.
Awesome. So, like, with his disability that he's been diagnosed with, uh, ASD, right?
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
ASD.
Now, when you go to like people's like, is there anything you have to be proactive about when you're caring for a kid that has ASD, and then you're like trying to go somewhere, planning to go to somebody's house? Like, do you be proactive and let them know about that? Like, hey, we're coming over, just so you know. Like, tell us a little bit about
No,
how
yeah.
that goes with being a dad and getting your family ready for an event like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's obviously a little bit different because take into consideration, like certain things that he might be sensitive to.
Hmm.
Could be, so many things. There's such different levels of, things that trigger, the reactions in autistic people and children. So yeah, we always, take that into consideration.
Yeah,
Noise levels. If it's overcrowded, might be, a little too much for someone.
yeah,
But for the most part, we prepare, as a family and get ourselves together and have stuff ready for him. But we don't really try to let too many people know ahead of time. I mean,
yeah,
we honestly, I don't really like to like label him too much
yeah,
or
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
people like, consider him, oh, he's, autistic and that's that,
Or they might
So
treat them a different way.
yeah, absolutely. So
Hmm.
I just, introduce him, as my son Lucas and,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
wouldn't expect any other reaction from that or
So when you don't let anybody know, you're just
mm,
like, "Hey, he's just a kid."
yeah.
Like, do you feel like you get like dirty looks from parents who don't know, who like
Uh,
might think some of his reactions to different stimulants in his life might come off of like of a behavior issue?
yeah, I mean, we do know, like families and friends though, but like
Yeah.
in public, I mean, I have noticed like, looks and
Yeah.
stares and stuff, but honestly, it doesn't really bother me because,
It doesn't piss you off?
no, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like it has criticism. I feel is like almost inevitable in
Yeah.
anything you do, and honestly, I believe it's like how you react to it. Like if I let it, upset me, and which I mean it has at some points, but if I let it consistently do it, it's gonna control me
It'll
as well. And
consume you.
yeah, so
Mhm.
I can't, don't want to let that happen. So
Yeah, I get it.
yeah, so I try not to let it bother me as and at the end of the day, whatever situation we're in, if my son's happy and peaceful and calm, then that's what's important to me. So,
Okay. So what are some things you think that Lucas can do when people think that, he can't? Like
oh
when it
well,
compares, when people see or hear that a child has this type of disability, like that doesn't mean they can't do anything, right?
no, of course, yeah. I mean, he's very capable of so many things.
Like ball.
Absolutely, he kicks the ball, throws, jumps. He's very capable of so much what any other kid his
Yeah.
age would do.
Yeah.
He's just certain things trigger him, like as far as like noise or
Yeah.
smells, and like I said, it's such a vast array of things that trigger people with ASD. So,
Yeah.
but as far as yeah, people. I know a lot of people might not be like aware or just understand the whole ASD, but a person with it is capable of so much that a normal person with it just more for like behavioral stuff that
Yeah.
are you got to kind of keep an eye on.
Yeah. In the beginning, like, um, um, because we're Hispanic and stuff, and a lot of times when families say, "Hey, I don't feel good," or something's wrong, they're like, "Oh, you're fine, you're
Mhm.
fine." Like,
No, yeah, yeah.
did you receive any of that from any side of the family at all, like in the
Uh,
initial diagnosis?
No, you're growing up like that, that's like the traditional, like old school. I understand, like macho
Yeah, you're fine.
Hispanic
Drink a
culture.
Sprite.
You suck it up.
Yeah,
Fortunately, and we've been blessed with so much family support and
yeah,
help, and we got a great family on both sides.
mm,
That are really there for us for anything we need. So no, we haven't experienced that, but I could totally see where something like that might be happening or
yeah,
and there are a lot of people that that go undiagnosed or don't get help and
yeah,
because like oh some people are like oh they don't want to acknowledge or say that they're a disability or
Right.
a disorder or something, and they kind of see, oh, he'll grow out of it or they'll
Mm.
grow out of it.
And
And
don't give them the help that they
yeah,
might
yeah, and
be
then
beneficial in
and
the
not
future.
necessarily just Hispanics, but
Anybody.
all people with, yeah, ASD. And so it's good, I think, to take them in early,
Yeah.
have them evaluated and get them the proper help. So that's a big step.
So now with dealing, not dealing, but like you living with the disability with your son, um, I know that can put a strain on a lot of parents. So like what are some of the things you do to help cope when when he's having like an event or a trigger like do you have some key like ideas that maybe other families who are might listening can go, oh, yeah, I can do that too, you know?
No, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it is a lot. I mean, there's, sometimes, events will happen and, it's just, it could be a lot of emotionally overwhelming sometimes. But, like I said, Sheila, your sister, is great support for me as well. And she's, always there encouraging me, and, me with her as well as, she's with them a lot of time as well. So, just a good support system, I think. And,
Yeah,
cause yeah, it can be a lot sometimes, but yeah, family is key too. So,
yeah,
you got to, keep reminding yourself, you're supporting them, helping them. And,
right.
but yeah, I mean, it's like any other thing, man. Just composure and,
Wusa breathe.
yeah, man, deep breaths and,
And getting time either alone with your spouse and or by yourself is total key too. Like sometimes people just need a breather and be like, hey, I just need like 5 minutes to go like chug a Coke Zero, hashtag not sponsored, and then come back and reassess, right?
No, absolutely, man. It could be a lot at times, so you definitely need some breaks here and there.
Does with Lucas and the ASD disability, do you find yourself gravitating to more kids like him when you're out in public places or like at a school? If you see him, you want to like I understand, so you want to go and maybe gravitate towards more kids like him.
Well, I have like you do notice it more now that like once you see the certain symptoms or behaviors, you
Hmm.
do notice it in other children. But uh, he I try not to like go too close to them or like gravitate toward them. But you do like you see it, but I try to let them be themselves and
Yeah.
just kind of just let them be a kid and don't want to
So you think how
disrupt that.
you would want Lucas to be treated by somebody else, you would do the same for them.
Yeah, absolutely, man. As
Mhm.
I wouldn't want him to be treated, a little different or just because of his diagnosis,
Right.
for certain things,
Right. No, he's a good kid, man.
No, yeah, man, he's a great kid.
You're
It's
blessed there. You're
yeah.
blessed there with him and with
Friendship.
Naya. And
Yeah, no,
um
he's an amazing kid, man. We love him to death. So,
so where are some places or resources you go to help, with the ASD slash autism, reach out? Where can people go, hey, you know what, like I want to help out or I want to learn more about this type of diagnosis?
well, there's a lot of good resource centers out there, and with it being April, today is actually the start of Autism Awareness Month.
Hey, there we
So,
go.
and I believe tomorrow, April 2nd, is International Autism Awareness Day.
Okay.
So, there's a lot of resources you can go to if you feel you have a family member or a child who might be on the spectrum or is showing symptoms. Start with your physician, set up an evaluation, and then they'll get you the next steps to go from there.
Yeah, yeah. Early doctor visits. I mean, I'm big with making sure your kids go to your their physicals, you know what I mean? Get everything checked out, man. I know some people are against, certain health things and with being preventative, but at least go get seen, like be checked, like, it'll help your kids in the future.
Absolutely, man. I grew up like hating going to the doctor. So,
Me too, bro.
but yeah, I mean, there's so many benefits
I
to
was like, the doctor's
it.
gonna kill me. What is he gonna take from me?
Exactly, man.
Yeah,
So, we drink the 7 Up, and
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 the Gatorade, Gatorade, and some soup.
you'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah. So now I think you told me with this being Autism Month, Awareness Month, what color is that, by the way?
Well,
Is there like a ribbon for it?
it's a multicolored, a piece of a puzzle is their
Oh, oh
logo.
yeah, yeah. I've seen that. Some
So
guys wear on cleats for
yeah,
football.
yeah, I believe it might be like a blue, but I think they do like a multicolored
Oh,
one.
okay,
So that's
okay.
like the symbol. But yeah, all of April is Autism Awareness Month. So
And you told me that there's a run coming, right?
yeah, so down in San Diego at Balboa Park, I think Saturday, April 12th, they do the Race for Autism, um, which is an event that they do a 5K
Okay.
where you can jog, and then also a 1 mile walk if you prefer to do that with the strollers.
I'll do 1 mile walk.
Yeah, if you don't want to, get all sweaty, you can take your time. And so, yeah, I believe just go to raceforautism.org Saturday, April 12th. And yeah, if you want to sign up or get more info, there'll be a lot of resources there too of, booths set up to get help or more info
Are you
about
DJing?
autism. No, not for there, man.
Oh, we gotta
We'll
get
just be
DJ
walking.
Plastic
Yeah,
then.
yeah, man. I need to get booked for that, man. But
Yeah, check it out. And what we'll do too is I'll in the description of the YouTube here video, I'll post all that information in the link as well.
yeah, of course, man.
Nice, man. So, one fun thing about being in a family with children, I want you to think about this. All right. So we've done a lot of episodes on the Dad Labs here, and I'm going to ask you, and I want you to give me a mini quick little story. We did one of our second episodes. We did about parents dealing with projectile vomiting.
Oh, man.
Like our kids get sick, right,
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
middle of the night. Has that happened to you?
I haven't had any vomiting, like, well, we have had vomiting, but not
Uh,
like all over the place. Usually it's kind of straight into a certain area.
Really?
Yeah,
So
we,
you got clean vomiters.
yeah, I usually keep a towel nearby and just try to, keep it as least messy as
Not even
possible.
like
But
the walking, like I'm throwing up all the way through. No.
not recently that I
Okay.
can remember, man. We've had let's see, some diapers where, yeah, Lucas has gone up during, some number two diapers where he's left a trail, I'll say. So,
Oh
but
man, that's a whole nother podcast there.
but yeah, man. No, yeah, dude. Changing diapers is an adventure, bro. So,
Right, right. All the new parents out there changing diapers when you have the boys and you get peed on.
but yeah, no, the very first day we brought him home, man.
Oh, you got peed on?
Oh yeah, he shot it right at us, dude.
Get you in the eye
No, no, not that. It's just like some on the chest.
on your fits. He's like, dude. That's why you got to watch what you wear when you messing with kids. Oh man, well I appreciate you, bro, coming out to the Dad Lab, letting us kind of hear a little bit more about you and your family and your story about
Yeah, man.
your kiddos, man. That's what we're here for, Dad Labs, to try to touch all bases of every, not only just dads, but parents as well. Like some of us have this going on or this going on in their life, but we all come together as a community. We can definitely make parenting a little easier and get little ideas from here and there. You know what I mean? But please like, subscribe, man, and then like I said, I'll drop all the links and stuff for some of that foundation that run for the autism, and then celebrate some Autism Month here this month, man. So like, subscribe, go check it out, and share, please. All right. Thank you guys, Dad Lab. We're out. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me,
All
Tom.
right, man.
Peace,
Later.
everybody.
Bell